Welcome back to today's video, where we dive into a riveting tale from a young photographer's journey, a story filled with passion, misunderstanding, and a tense encounter that takes an unexpected turn. Sit tight as we unravel the events that led to a confrontation on the tennis courts and how a simple photography job almost turned into a legal nightmare. Hey, here's another story of my past experiences, I guess, haha. Here it goes. Back when I was 16, I started my own photography business. Sadly, it doesn't exist anymore due to COVID and me not getting any jobs anymore. I'm 19 now, and it's May 2021, so it was before COVID hit the fan. Anyways, I had a few gigs here and there, some weddings, some sports events, and that. It was pretty fun meeting new people, and really helped me with my anxiety, because usually the people talking with me are talking about photography, which I love and am very passionate about. So I got a gig for a club newspaper. Nothing big, but it did pay my camera bill I had. It wasn't the fanciest camera or the most modern one, but I loved it nonetheless. I was next to the tennis court when an elderly couple came up to me. They looked around 70-ish and pretty fragile. The man had a walking stick, and the woman had one of those larger walking helpers. So I just smiled at them, said hello, and went on photographing. It was a women's match, and the women were all 20, 30 years old. The U30 team, I guess. I knew quite a few personally, due to them being in the tennis club I play tennis at. One of them was 15 though. Amazing tennis player, seriously. She was the sister of one of my friends, and man, she could play. Anyways, it was her turn. I rotate a lot between players and don't stick with one. And here I was, photographing her as normal until I heard a cough. I didn't think anything of it and continued. Then, another cough, and another. So I looked up and looked around, looking at this old couple staring at me. Me, being obviously confused, asked, "How may I help you, sir?" The man looked at me sternly. At least I think that's what he was trying to go for. "Young man, you shouldn't be photographing young children like that. I think you should leave." I was even more confused now and looked around, making sure he was actually talking to me, and he was. There was no one else around. So I answered politely, yet very nervous due to my anxiety building up slowly. Sir, I'm photographing for the club magazine. I am." I didn't get any further as the man waved his walking stick around my face, barely missing my camera as I yanked it closer to myself. It was a pretty new camera, well used, but bought it for myself just 3 days prior to this event. "Young man, I should call the cops on you for stalking this young girl. This is what we call pedophilia." I was in complete and utter shock. I mean, I didn't look that old, and I was only 2 years older than her, which wouldn't really make me a pedophile. At least I think so. If you want to correct me, please do so down below. Anyways, I had a girlfriend too, who knew at the time I was photographing a female tennis team. Back to the story though. I shakily reply, "Sir, I'm actually working here." The woman then finally spoke up, and oh boy, I kind of regretted not just leaving. "Young ma'am, this is very, very inappropriate. I shall call the police right now. Don't you dare leave." I looked stunned since 1, she was going to call the police, and that makes me very, very nervous. 2, I'm starting to get a panic attack. 3, she was yelling, so everyone was looking over to see what the commotion was on about. The team captain, a friend of mine, came over and asked, "Is there a problem here?" Before I could respond to her, the man started shouting, "This young man here is taking inappropriate pictures of your young player there. We are calling the police to protect you girls." As he finished that sentence, he picked the phone from his wife's hands and started chatting with the police. The team captain then looked at me, and she noticed I was going deathly pale and my breathing almost stopped. Let me tell you, it's not a good experience. She yelled to her teammates, who were on the other side of the court, to grab a bottle of water and rush over and hand it to me. My memory from this moment on is a bit hazy due to me nearly passing out from all the stress. But basically the team captain tried explaining that I am a hired photographer who works with them for the club magazine. The old couple didn't believe her though, thinking she was also in on my risque business on photographing young girls. After about nearly forever. At least that's what it felt like. But in reality, from what my friend told me, it was only 5 minutes. due to the police only being around the corner from that particular tennis club. The police came and started asking questions, which I basically couldn't respond to, so the team captain answered a lot of those questions, repeatedly telling them as well that I am working here. This is my job. I am getting paid for this. After a bit of fiasco, I finally slowly came back and started answering the questions they were asking me. After probably 30 minutes of arguing and telling me that I should probably get a badge for my business and telling the couple to leave, it was all over. Phew. That was a trip down memory lane, and not the best experience in all honesty. A big thanks to the team captain, though, for helping me and the girls for getting me some water and ice. Thanks to you/IndigoWolf for breaking it down and making it more readable. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I hope it sheds some light on the unexpected challenges many photographers face. Remember to smash that like button if you enjoyed the story and subscribe for more tales from the field.